Let's take a look at keyboard shortcuts in QGIS on Windows. If I go to the settings menu, I will then see the keyboard shortcuts option. And when you open it up, you might find it's really small like this, so you can just expand it. And when you open it, you'll see an action column listing all the possible actions that could have a shortcut. And then you'll see a shortcut section, and that will have in it any currently assigned shortcut. So not every possible action has a shortcut by default, but we can see the ones that do. If I want to see all the shortcuts currently assigned, I'll click shortcut once and then once more, and that's going to list them all. So here we can see layer styling will open if I hit F7, attribute table will open if I hit F6, lots of other ones like F1 for help, which is quite a common shortcut, and I can scroll down and see all the other ones. So for example, Control and 2 is to open the browser panel. So let's take a little look, close this, and I will hit Control 2. So the browser panel appears in the bottom left. I'll press it again to make it disappear. So that's one example. If I want the layer styling panel to appear, the shortcut is F7. So there it is, F7 again, we'll turn it off. To open the attribute table for the world map layer, I have selected it and I'll hit F6. And I can now close that. But let's say we want to assign a new key to an action to use as a shortcut. We can go to settings and then keyboard shortcuts. And in this case, for the about window to pop up, I'm going to assign a key to use as a shortcut. So I'll just select it, I'll go to change, and in this case, I'm just going to use the number 1 key. And I've hit 1 on my keyboard and it appears in the shortcut list. Now if I click close, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit 1 on my keyboard. And when I do, the about window will pop up. Usually you go to help and then about. And you can see the number 1 is there because I've assigned it as a shortcut. So let's press 1 on the keyboard and we get the about window popping up. Let's go back to settings, keyboard shortcuts, and I'm going to remove that. And to do that, I'll just hit set default, which is none. Or I could just hit set none. In this case, I'll hit set default. So for any of these, you can return them to the default if you want to. You can change them. You can have the keyboard shortcuts be whatever you like. But even if you don't add any new ones, I recommend looking at the keyboard shortcuts, clicking where it says shortcut a couple of times, and then just scrolling through to look at the shortcuts, and maybe even screenshot them and save them so you can remember them and have them on your desk. But that's where you find the keyboard shortcuts in QGIS for Windows. Hopefully you'll find that useful and it'll save you a click or two.